We're here at ACSM 2010, and I'm here with JUDD Rouch. And I'd just like to know, Judd, what do you think, what would you advise a young person who was wanting to get in the profession? Would you advise them to talk to surveyors, or would you advise them to go to the schools and talk to the schools that offer surveying, or what advice would you give them as far as learning more about what we do?
I think I would advise them first take advantage of the pamphlets that have been put out by the profession, giving a broad description of what the profession does. I think it's highly advisable if they do talk to surveyors. They need to talk to more than one, though. They need to talk to several different people.
Get multiple opinions.
Get multiple opinions. There's going to be some people tell them, "Oh, it's wonderful. It's the best thing you could do." I think they need to use introspection and look at themselves. What do they like to do? Do they want to be an electronics technician working in a clean room, locked with a white coat on, never see the sun? Or they want to be able to get out in the great outdoors? I spent a lot of my life in electronics, working with missiles and submarines, and I got to the point to where I was feeling that, not claustrophobic, but missing the great outdoors.
Right.
And as with anybody that's in the military for a number of years, they have to think, what are they going to do in the future? Well, when I did that, I wanted to look at what would I enjoy doing, what environment would I enjoy being in. And I think that's what anybody going into contemplating surveying, they need to look at that. What do they enjoy doing? Do they like being one with nature, being outside, but applying high technical aspects to that?
Right. So, they can still use their button pushing skills, but actually use them with some knowledge to create data that can be used to create maps.
Absolutely.
Survey maps and stuff like that.
But I don't know if I could make a map that really meant anything if I didn't see it.
Right. On the ground.
On the ground.
Right.
I just have much more feeling for getting, first of all, surveying. We talk about surveying maybe being an art or being a science.
Right.
It's neither and it's both.
It's neither an art nor a science, and it's both?
Yes.
Okay.
In other words, it's a marriage of them.
Okay.
Another thing, I'm going to kind of go off in another direction a little bit here. Surveyors need to have a sense of adventure. They need to have an adventure of searching, solving a mystery. Where's that boundary? Following in the footsteps of our forebears, as we often say as surveyors. But to me, as a surveyor, I'm part engineer, I'm part attorney, I'm part detective, and I think I probably like that part as much as anything else. I like searching and solving the mystery.
Right. And finding these old marks and these old survey monuments is really an incredible feeling, isn't it?
It is. It just
yeah.
gives me that feeling.
You recall the first original corner you ever found? Do you remember it?
I do.
Where were you?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
When I was working in Indiana, I never found an original corner.
They were all plowed up, huh?
They were plowed up or paved over.
Right.
See, in Indiana, where I first started surveying, they built roads on it. All the county roads are built on section lines.
I see.
So the misguided surveyors, for a corner location, they go out and look for the center line of the two crossing roads. Well, that's as bad as taking a fence and sort of going for the fence without looking for other evidence.
Right.
You see, in both cases, those are evidence that can guide you, but that's not enough. You've got to look at more. And that's why I like to survey, and I enjoy that, looking for more, finding, always being a little bit not feeling complete, not feeling totally comfortable of my findings and always wanting to look at something else that will either justify my findings or show that maybe I was wrong and I should keep looking further.
Wow. Well, I think that's incredible advice for anybody, whether you're a young person getting into the profession or whether you already have a license, because in my opinion, in my humble opinion, we as surveyors, when we get our license, it's at that point that we're obligated to really study, because it's at that point that we actually start signing the surveys and put our liability on the line.
I came into surveying in what I consider the back door.
Yeah.
In my years in submarines, I was trained in similar type of instrumentation. I was trained in the electronics of the same type that we use in survey. But I didn't have that feeling of accomplishment of being out and enjoying nature and being part of the world that I think we were born in to enjoy.
Right.
And I didn't have that feeling of accomplishment of having a mystery to solve that I do now.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to you coming back through Texas and stopping at the Ingrams up there in Jefferson, or when you come down to the valley, I have a place in Corpus. You're welcome there.
I may take you up on that.
You got it, Pard. Thank you very much.